I want to thank you guys for joining me for another episode of Corona Chronicles Live. I am excited about my next guest. She is my inspiration. When I met her, she told me how old she was. We'll get into that later. I was like, I need to see a birth certificate. Her energy, enthusiasm, I just cherish meeting her. She's always uplifting me, sending me positive messages and cards. So, I'm excited to have her here today. We have Lorraine Sanborn, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself before we get into the interview.
Well, a little bit about me is in 2 more days, I'm going to be 79. So I'm just loving it. Thank you, Michelle. I love it when people do that face like you are. I am a mother of two. My granddaughter and two grandchildren. My granddaughter's 25 and an early education teacher. She's starting a new job next week in the public schools in the first grade teacher. So excited for her. And my grandson is 19. He's at Plymouth State, New Hampshire this year for his college education, and he is a wrestler. He's been wrestling since he was 5. So that's a little bit about me. Being a granny is the best thing that's ever happened to me 25 years ago. And obviously being a mom 55 years ago with a daughter and a 50-year-old son. So that's a little bit about me.
I mean, I just really, I'm speechless, you guys. I'm telling you, this is just something else. Well, let's start out with you are not just getting ready to approach 79, but you have a successful business that you're actively on. I mean, we're on StreamYard. So this is like, you are so aware of the trends, what's changing at 79. I mean, so first it's like, how do you do it? Just keeping up with everything.
I think for my mental sanity, it's important to me that I just continue to keep going. And people are asking me all the time, when are you going to retire? And I just look at them and say, why? Because what I do with my health and wellness business, it would not be good for me to retire, number one, for myself, but for the
Mhm.
people that I've chosen to help or that have chosen to come with me on their journey. If I didn't talk about it, how would they ever know about it? So,
So true.
yeah, really important for me.
So you mentioned a key word of chosen, the people you have chosen. How are we getting it wrong when it comes to our businesses? You are doing exceptionally well with what you're doing. I mean, you know clearly what it is that you can deliver in your industry. You're not afraid to speak up and to tell people about it. So, what are some of the things that we get wrong when it comes to building our business?
I think some of the things that we're doing is we're doing the old stuff, that is talking to your friends and your family. Yes, you want them to know about what you're doing, but they have a choice on whether they want to come with you. And a lot of times people are sending like spammy messages to people. I get them all the time on LinkedIn. I get this message about whole columns full of information about a business or a product or something. They don't know me. They don't know whether I need their product, and they haven't learned about me. So one of the things that I really feel comfortable with on LinkedIn and on Facebook is you need to know, like, and trust me, but I also
Mhm.
need to know whether you're the type of person I want to work with, because just because somebody's breathing doesn't mean that they're, and I don't mean to be cruel when I say this, but not everybody not everybody is looking to better themselves or to have better health. And
Mhm.
what I'm telling people now is I want you to open your ears and listen. This is the holidays. You're going to
Mhm.
be hear people saying like, "Oh, I'm going to go buy a new piece of exercise equipment because I can't get to the gym." Well, that's a great resolution. Or I'm going to lose 50 pounds between now and the end of the year. Well, we make those resolutions and we really want those to be true. But by February, March, how many of us are not doing what we set out to do? So I'm
Mhm.
asking people that I know, just be aware, hear what people are saying. And if you hear someone saying that they need to feel better, they need more energy, they need to lose the weight, any of those things that is positive that they want help with in the health field, I want you to feel comfortable to say, hey, I know someone who can help you. And that's a great referral for me. And I'm not a high pressure salesperson. Lachelle, all I want to do is be able to sit with somebody and really go into what are they looking for.
I love that.
Yeah, and walk that journey with them, because, when I started with this business 7 years ago, yesterday, my intention was to lose some weight, get more energy, and live a healthy lifestyle. So I've been a widow for a few years, and I've been primary caregiver for my husband. He passed away in 2010.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. But several things come to my mind when I think about him. He was Navy. He'd been submarines. He was on the Nautilus. He served his country. And when he got sick, he had triple bypass and COPD. All of those things that come from having worked in those types of environment, being on submarines, things like that. And we used to have more arguments about, Ray, you've got to eat better. Well, I don't want to, I'm not hungry. Well, if I'd had these products, these shakes, these bars, these vitamins, if I'd had those for him then, I certainly couldn't have cured any of his illnesses, but the nutrition would have been there and he would have felt so much better.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's some of the things I want to talk to people about. My business is fabulous begins at 50. Because we're all changing. I mean, I look at my daughter, she's 55. She's empty nesting right now. And, and so am I, because my grandkids aren't around as much as they used to be. And the pandemic was really hard those first several months because they wouldn't come over because for me, no hugs, no kisses, no coming into my house. So yeah, Corona has been a little bit of an issue for us. Things are getting better now, but we're still very careful. So I hope that answered your question.
Definitely. Now, another thing, you just said you've been in this business for 7 years. So that is 72. So for many people who are reinventing themselves, they are transitioning because of coronavirus. What advice would you give them? Because most people would be like, I'm too old. I can't keep up. You started this business 7 years ago at 72. So what advice would you give them?
One of my stories that I tell a lot is about a man by the name of Jimmy Smith. He was a butcher, and he started with Isogenics when he was 74. And he's in his early 90s now. And he's my idol. I mean, he is the person that when people say to me, I'm too old, the only thing I can say is, I'm sorry that you feel you're too old. But another situation is that I meet with my peers. I meet with people that I've graduated high school with that are my age. And they all have their lives and they all have their life stories. But when I look at them and I look at myself, and I'm not bragging when I say this, but I don't know what my life would have been if I didn't have this business and the support with the business, the income that I've been able to derive from this business, because there is an income piece. And I'd love to chat with anybody that would like to join my team, additional stream of income. But to answer your question, what I would say to them is, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. And, I look back and say to myself, so when Ray died, the first few years were really hard. We had rode motorcycles the whole 20-something years we were married. We bought motorcycles almost the day we met. He went out and bought two little Hondas, graduated up to a full dress Harley. And when he had triple bypass, we had to put a sidecar on the bike so that we could continue to ride. But it was great because my grandkids were little and we could still put them and take them places. He would pick up my grandson, take him to school. Life was good. So I just feel that we can all make excuses for what we want. And, you know, there may be a day when I don't feel like working, but I work every day. And when I say work, I thank goodness for Zoom, because I would have gone crazy. I don't know what I would have done for the past year if
Yeah.
I didn't have Zoom. And to be able, I have met people from all over the country. I'm
Mm-hmm.
in a great group with a bunch of women out of Canada. And every day I'm on one or two Zooms with networking groups, meeting new people, you know, I have a lot to offer. And and I really want to share it with others. So I guess we can all make excuses about why we can't do something.
Yes. Now, so what are some tips that you could give people? You know, you're always making me feel good, sending me these cards, okay? But what are some tips that you could give us about, you know, maintaining our connections and keeping that relationship going?
Well, let's see. I'm on LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
so I make new connections there every day.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a LinkedIn coach who has taught me how to make connections and how to create those connections. So if you're looking for some sort of a coach, whether it be a Facebook coach, a life coach, you know, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, that was one of the things. And there are still times
Mm-hmm.
that I don't want to reach out. But well, I'll tell you, on Facebook, there are so many amazing, especially amazing women that, like yourself, that you offer us all these amazing ways to live our life, to better ourselves. So my suggestion is find someone that you can talk to. Join a couple of these networking groups. And if anybody's interested in the ones I'm in, I'd be more than happy to chat with you about them. They're free.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
free is good, right? Um, but you know, there's some. I guess just reach out and ask for something and support.
I
If that
love
makes
that. It makes sense. And so when you say you're working, because so many people think, oh, I'm busy doing this, I'm busy doing that. What does work look like for you? Because so many people think that they're working, but they're not moving the needle forward at all.
working for me is I this is I'll share this. I wake up in the morning and I take my phone. I'm still in bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I check my mail. I check my LinkedIn to see if I have any messages, and if I do, I answer them. I go to my Facebook memories, and I repurpose a lot of my Facebook memories. Like today I did a throwback Thursday from my 70th surprise birthday party that
Mm-hmm.
came up. So I posted that today on my timeline. I also have a Facebook business page. So
Mm-hmm.
I post in there every day. I create an ad occasionally in there. Um, I just signed up with a Google My Business. So I
Mm-hmm.
post in there every day. And that goes out to a website that it's not
Mm-hmm.
an active website, but it goes out through Google.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do every day is I am on at least one or two Zoom calls every day, whether they're one-to-ones or whether they're networking groups. Let me see what else I do. Uh, I don't know. I'm just, I guess I'm just what I call busy, but I'm at my computer every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love.
one of the things I started doing as of today is blocking out a lunchtime for me, because I use a
Mm-hmm.
Calendly app. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to make an appointment with me, you go to my Calendly app and it opens up to days with times. And I'm finding many days where I'm not getting a break because the times are open and people are booking appointments in there. So, you know, blocking out time has not been one of my strong suits. Um, Yesterday I actually went out and got the meat for our Christmas dinner because it was on sale at ShopRite, and I knew the
Mm-hmm.
snow was coming. So that
Mm-hmm.
was like a couple of hours that was just for me. I wandered the grocery stores, I went to Aldi, you know, but I came back and I did some more stuff. Stuff
Right.
reached out. Today I'm sending out my Christmas cards.
Mm,
I
good.
use send out cards. I'm
Mm-hmm.
involved with a woman out of. She just moved to Arizona. Her name is Jerry Whaley. If anybody's
Mm-hmm.
looking for send out cards, I would highly recommend her. It's a great
Mm-hmm.
thing anyway. I don't sell them. It's not my
Mm-hmm.
marketing business, but I use them. They're
Right.
great.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
love
love
them
that.
because, well, I love them because I can go to somebody's website, Facebook, and I can get pictures that mean something to them, and I poke them I put them into the card. And I'm not doing a commercial for send out cards, but that's part of what I do when I say I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
Sending out cards. I'm a co-founder of a women's network that's local
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So today I'm sending out renewal notices. So there's
Mm-hmm.
always something going on with me that keeps me going.
I love that. And it's so obvious. I mean, I'm just saying all these different ways that you conduct business. I mean, I just cannot believe the age, because so many people are like, man, I can't even remember what I'm doing tomorrow, but you're just so sharp with your mindset, what you're doing, how it builds to something else. So, what are some things that you could share with us about, even just the mindset? What are some things you do to make sure you stay sharp and, you know?
That's a good question because I don't really think about it. I just do it. I, I listen to a lot of podcasts that support my business. I have a LinkedIn coach. His name is Scott Aaron,
Mhm.
and I belong to his network marketing academy. And he also has a free page on Facebook. So he's always putting out podcasts on how to build your business, what not to do in your network marketing business. So I read, I read some self help books, and I just talk to people all the time
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
learning about new people, learning about new things.
Mhm.
I'm in BNI, which is a Business Network International. So I visit now that it's on Zoom. I can visit other chapters. I visited a chapter in Idaho
Mm.
a couple of times. This next week, I'm visiting one in Rhode Island. So I'm meeting new people, learning new things, just
Mhm.
keeping my mind open.
I love that. And
And I
so
do
what
watch some TV.
you
About
do?
9 o'clock at night, I start my day.
It's awesome. Now, so what are some of your goals for 2021?
I'm sorry, would you say that one again? You broke up a little bit.
Okay, I said what are some of your goals for 2021?
Let's see. Our company is in a momentum stage right now,
Mhm.
making a lot of really positive changes. So my goal for 2021 is to have 10 new people join my team, to become an executive with the company, which means there's more money, but there's also more people to help. We get paid 8 ways, Lachelle. So
Oh.
the higher rank I get, the more money I make. But it's not just about me, it's bringing those people with me so that they can also attain those rank advancements and make more money. People out there are really hurting right now. It's not just the
Mhm.
COVID-19 that we have to get rid of the weight, but people are struggling financially.
Mhm.
So, what I love about when somebody joins me as a preferred customer, then they get
Mhm.
that 25% discount. But when they've used those products and they really love them and now they want to share them with other people, the company compensates us extremely well. So,
Mhm.
I just offering an opportunity for people to make an additional stream of income if that's what they want. Uh, we're not going to make $1 million in 2 weeks. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just like we didn't gain the weight overnight. We're not going to lose it.
Right.
We're going to make money, but it's going to. Network marketing is an extremely valuable part of my life, and it's a profession that I really regard very well. I've been in several network marketing businesses over my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I've not found one with the credibility of this company and the products and the ability to make money. But when you're using the products yourself,
Mm-hmm.
then you know they work. And
Yeah.
that's why when people tell me they don't believe I'm 79, I blatantly say, you know what? Look at me, because I use the products. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
product of the product, and I want to share that with more people, if that
I'm
makes sense.
and I mean, you just are your own billboard, okay? I'm just saying. I mean, it's just amazing. And I mean, I really am speechless.
Wait a minute, I'm speechless too when I think of all the children that you have. I tell everybody, can you believe this woman? She has 15 children.
I love it though, but I'm telling the audience, see, I'm able to do it because of people like you that are in my life. Because, there is no room for excuses. Age is not an excuse. Your weight's not an excuse. It's up to you. You really can choose the life you want. And what are you going to do to get out there and make it happen? So I'm telling people it makes a difference, the people that you decide to spend your time with,
Right.
you know? So I think that is just so remarkable. And just being an inspiration. I mean, just being here today is inspirational. I'm just saying.
You know,
So
oh,
go
sorry.
ahead.
Well, I just wanted to add one other thing. When you come to be part of the Isogenics family, you're never
Mhm,
alone. You're never
mhm,
alone. The training
mhm,
is there, the close Facebook groups are there, the team is there. Uh, that's one of the things I think that's kept me going too through all this
mhm,
isolation, is to
mhm.
know that if I had a need or a question, there's always someone either upline from me or not related to me at all that's going to support me and help me with whatever that issue is.
I love
Because we're
that.
all one team. Doesn't matter whether financially linked or not.
Now, so I guess my last question would be for many people who are looking for another stream of income, and you mentioned being in other network marketing companies. What is it you think that you found now that might have been missing in some of those other ones? Because as people are looking to get in a company, what are the things that you're thinking this one is doing right that other ones might not have been doing
But
right?
technology obviously has changed over the years too. But I
Mm-hmm.
think what's different about this is I can rely on that every Monday I get my paycheck. Like I said, we get paid 8 ways, and I've never missed a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
The company is family owned, so it's not a public company. It's debt free. It's 18 years old. It's over $6 billion in revenue. Some people may make $50 a week, and others may make 5,000 a week.
Mhm,
It's entirely up to your work ethic, what you want to put into it.
mhm.
There's over 300, and I'll just use a number, 325 people that have earned $1 million
Wow.
cumulated income in the company. But with compliance, you're only going to make as much as you put in.
Mhm,
The biggest piece, I think, is the fact of the quality of the products.
mm,
I never doubt for 1 minute when I put one of those products into my body that it is good for me. So they're
right.
all peer review studies, third party testing. We have a Harvard graduate um, science officer. His name is Dr. Plant. Is that the
Mhm,
coolest thing? Um,
yeah.
and we purchased another company several months ago that brought more plant-based products into our offering, because more and more
Mm,
people now are interested in plant-based. But even our whey-based products, the whey comes from grass-fed cows from Australia, New Zealand, and now some farms in the U.S. So everything is extremely pure. And people say to me, "Oh, plant-based shakes, oh, they're grainy and everything." No, not ours. So, I mean, like I said, if you walked into my kitchen right now, you'd see the containers for like 6 or 8 different flavors of shakes. And I mix and match them. I've had a shake, I'd say 95% of every morning for 7 years.
That's awesome.
They're a meal replacement. And, for $3.25, you tell me where you can get a breakfast for $3.25 with all the amino acids, vitamins, everything you can think of in one. I blend mine, ice and water, 2 scoops of shake. This morning it was mocha latte shake that I had.
Mm.
Oh, so good.
Loving it. I'm telling you. So I encourage everybody who is watching, this is a great time. It's a new year that we're approaching to reach out to Lorraine. I mean, the choice is yours. We have the ability to do what it is that we desire in each of our lives. And you want to connect with someone who is walking the talk. Okay. It's quite evident that she is doing the things that she is saying. So I encourage you to reach out to her. So, in conclusion, Lorraine, what final words would you like to give to the audience today?
Well, one of the things I would like to do is have you text the word energy to 21,000. You will get my digital business card. You can save it right into your contacts, and you'll have everything you need from me. So, what would my final thing to say? If you are looking for a way to get healthy and to have another stream of income and want just to talk, and let's look at what your health goals are, just reach out to me. You can do that text energy to 21,000, or you can call me at 860-235-0257. I am on Facebook. I am on LinkedIn and a little bit on Instagram. Those are usually just fun things. But I'm here for anybody that just wants to talk.
Love it. And, you heard it here. So I encourage you to reach out to her and understand that, you can make a difference in your life today. You don't have to wait till tomorrow, next week, 5 years from now. Do it today because tomorrow's not promised. So we thank you so much, Lorraine, for your nuggets of wisdom. Can't wait for us to be able to meet in person. Okay.
Me too.
My 80th birthday, right?
You know what? We might just be able to do that.
So that'd be awesome. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. I encourage you again to reach out to Lorraine. Happy holidays to everybody, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.
Thank you, Michelle. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye now.
Bye.